Welcome back to Speargrass Forge. If you're new here, thanks for coming. If you're coming back, thanks for returning. Today, I'm going to be making a set of Dan Moss style everyday tongs. Stick around.
Hoist the sail and raise the anchor, the sun is getting high. Australia, destination, the land of sun and sky.
Now, with these tongs, I'm using two different pieces of stock. So, as you can see, I've just forged down that bar. Started off as a piece of 20 by 20 mil stock, which is about 3/8 of an inch by 3/8 of an inch square, and I forged that down to leave the square bar at the end, so that I can turn that into the actual nib of the tong. And the other one is a 1 inch by 10 mil, or 25 mil by 10 mil, or that is 1 inch by just under ½ inch stock. So these will be the two nibs. Now I've sectioned off about 1 inch at the end in order to make the nibs, and now I can measure up and bring this down to where I need it to be. So what I'm going to do is heat these bars up and then start forging in this bit of the rein, or this bit of the jaws. It'll be a little bit longer than this, I hope, and then we'll get into the actual forming of the jaws and stuff like that. So stick around and I'll be back shortly. Got a 45-degree angle. Just bringing that down to about 10 mil cross section. And then bring it back. I've got another mark about 2 inches behind, and just again half on half off blows. Bring that down as well to about 10 mil. Until we get what looks like a pyramid. Now I'm going to measure the other one off against this so I know where to strike, but then these will go back in the fire. We'll set them down a bit more and then we can go from there. Remember keeping that block off the other side so you don't smooth it down whilst we're doing this. Right, so that should be about it. Back in the heat, we'll get these nice and hot and we'll forge out these jaws. Now looking at this, it looks like I'm probably going to need that to make that another inch or so longer. So I might come back here, take another inch. Which means that the other one will need to be another inch longer as well. So that's okay. I can do that. Another inch. So now they're about the same length and the reins are done. So now I'm going to set out this boss and then forge out the reins, and then we can work on the nibs. So the nibs will be the second to last thing I do. So for now, going to mark out an inch on these, and then luckily this gap here at the end towards my hardy hole is actually an inch wide, so I can bring it back an inch from there, and then I can do the set there, and then we can heat it up and forge down for the reins. So I'm going to get into that and stick these back, turn these around, stick these back into the forge and go from there. Alrighty, so I forged out the reins. The fact that they don't match at the moment doesn't really matter because we'll be working on them again. But now we've got a set of tong lengths that look roughly the same. So I'm going to go back to working on this end, setting up the jaws here, and then working on the hoops. So again, this is basically following Dan Moss. Now I've got a little bit of a mismatch in the bosses here. Obviously that was my error. But I'm hoping it should work out fine, because I've got to fix up these bosses up anyway. But so I can hold on to smaller stock, because one of the things I liked about Dan's tongs is that they can hold a range of stock. Hopefully, I'm going to fix these up these nibs, and then get into doing the nibs, and then we'll come back into the reins and finish drawing them out. So just taping those in and making it nice and pretty. Got to fix that up. It's got a bit twisty. That's okay, that can be done.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Click the bell icon for notifications of when I upload, usually on the week. Don't forget to check out my Spreadshirt and print bar stores, links in the description. And I hope to see you again next time. Cheers.